Yeah, that was a birthday post. A lot of people reach out to me and they're like, oh, can I just pick your brain? And I'm like, sure. And what I mean to be like a 15-minute conversation turns into 2 hours. And it's completely draining if that keeps continuously happening. That was 2021, I believe, coming out of the pandemic that we won. Eagle Award, just coming back in the swing of whatever normal is coming out of the pandemic. And so we had a great time. We celebrated and acknowledged by the Mobile Chamber, which we have a lot of relationships with, do a lot of business with other members of the Mobile Chamber. And so we had a great time. As a child, my father was an electrician after he retired. And so I would kind of ride with him as he would serve clients. We are from the Catholic faith, so he would do some stuff for Catholic social services and some of the other parishes in the Mobile area. And I always used to hear him engage with customers and take service calls and, just kind of got used to the lingo. What inspired me to become a business owner was my husband. We have a landscaping business called Green Magic Landscape, but my husband has been in the green industry since the age of 8 years old. He learned his tutelage from his grandfather. Sadly, he was diagnosed with cancer, had to retire from International Paper Company. When men retire, they can't keep still. Had a lawn business. He would go around and cut the Catholic cemetery and some family members and church members. And since he was the first grandchild on both sides of the family, you can say he was forcefully recruited at 8 years old and just developed the love for it. My background is business administration and communications. I graduated from the University of Mobile, and so we just decided to put two brains together and try our luck. And we've had some really, really great times. We've had some obstacles we've had to face, but I can say that it's been a pleasant journey. Oh my goodness. So, yes. So, when we started, we started with like maybe $500-600, and just learning how to gain clients, who we wanted to serve, what kind of contracts we wanted to pick up. Some of the obstacles that we've had to face is learning the industry specific stuff, how to estimate, how to budget, how to manage it all, work-life balance stuff. I remember the first obstacle that we had to face was learning when to cut it off. So we would work pretty much 7 days a week and we would talk about it all day long. And so, to make sure that we maintain the work-life balance and our sanity, we would say, okay, at this particular time, we're going to have a cutoff. And then we would just concentrate on home and kids and family, and we would cut shop talk off. Because as an entrepreneur, it just never cuts off unless you allow it to cut off. So I think those are the obstacles that we face. Funding. I think everyone, when they first start a business, they bootstrap. We never wanted to be the company that accumulated a lot of debt. And so we had to learn, when to separate personal from business, a whole lot of different aspects. So some of the obstacles that we've had to face, we have mastered. Some of it we're still learning, but that's the joys of entrepreneurship, is it's a continual learning process and journey. So bootstrapping basically means when you start a business, you don't go to a bank and get the funding that you need. You basically just take the money that you have and you start your business and you grow it one customer out after another. Most minority businesses do bootstrap. It's not an uncommon thing. And for us, bootstrapping just meant, well, when we started, we wanted to basically do it as a trial. We're going to start from the time that we open and just gauge it for a year. Well, when we look back on that year, we saw that we did really, really well and just decided to continue on. So basically, bootstrapping just means that you're funding your business with your own personal funds. It just depends on the personality of the business owner, I think. A lot of minority businesses that I have come across and I have mentored rather bootstrap, rather not go to a bank and start their business because they're curious. They don't know how well they're going to do or how fast they're going to grow or if it's even going to take off. So most of the minority businesses that I have been associated with rather take that bootstrapping route. Now, 7 years in, of course, we have funding mechanisms like a line of credit and different things like any other business. However, that first year, you're basically trying to make or break to see if you could be supported in the community that you're trying to serve. Oh, creativity is everything. I think creativity allows you to be able to pivot and adjust. For example, during the pandemic, the uncertainty factors was just at an all-time high. We didn't know what was going to happen. Things were shutting down. I mean, it was just the level of uncertainty was just massive, right? And so I think a lot of businesses, whether minority or otherwise, had to go back to the drawing board and say, hey, what kind of specials do we need to roll out? What can we do to keep our doors open? For our business, we really started during that particular time to embrace technology. So we had a lot of people that still wanted us to come out, still wanted to service their property, but they didn't really want to get close to us because of the pandemic. And so we established video project estimates where you can use your cell phone to do a video edition of your property. It saved us on travel time, and then it gave us a quicker turnaround using that technology to serve our customers more effectively, efficiently, and it was time effective. I think creativity and being able to embrace technology, embrace the different things that come in the marketplace can basically take your business wherever you desire it to go. Because technology is something that is profound. It's at your fingertips. It's never going away. So embracing that technology would basically keep you in the forefront and have you and your business will have a competitive edge in the market.
You mentioned the pandemic. I'm curious, because during that time there was a lot of uncertainty and some businesses didn't make it. During those difficult situations, the ups and downs, how do you stay motivated as a business owner?
Well, during the pandemic, we really had to focus on work-life balance. There was a lot of mental health disparities, a lot of devastation going on, and we basically wanted to feed our mind in things that would have a positive outcome. So going back to the drawing board to say, hey, how can we be more effective in our business? But also, I mean, we're a family of 6. We have 4 kids, from our first child being 18 to our last child being 6. Now, mind you, they were 3 years younger during that particular time in the hiatus of the pandemic. But we also had to create boundaries or set boundaries of not letting work fall over into family time and embracing just positive outlooks on life. And so, in my honest opinion, I don't think any business wanted to close during the pandemic. Every business is different, and I'm sure every situation and circumstance was different. But for us, we wanted to focus on what do our customers need communicating with them and them telling us what they need and developing outcomes to service our clients better. That way, if we're serving our clients better, we're taking things in our business to the next level, which allows us to provide for our family of not only our employees, but ourselves as a whole. Well, you cannot be in business without community. You can't be in business by yourself. You're going to need people supporting you, mentorship, to resources, and aligning yourself with people, whether it's industry specific or a mentor role or a college or university or any entity that can help you progress and move your business forward. A lot of volunteerism efforts that I do with the Mobile Chamber, when we go out to the community and we're talking to minority business owners, we express to them that you are not alone. You don't have to be in business with yourself, but by yourself. We don't know what your struggles are unless you create a avenue of being open and transparent and letting us know exactly what you need and sitting down with us and let us work on the proper avenue to get you where you need to be. And so I think as time progresses, I think that the minority businesses in the ecosystem in this local area have skyrocketed at a high within the ecosystem, and everybody is doing well, which I'm really, really happy to report. But we still have a long way to go. But what I can tell you is that Mobile, the city of Mobile, the resources and the people that we have in place within the ecosystem is one of the strongest ecosystems for entrepreneurship that is around. And so if you plug into the system and you get some good support system and some key players that can really help you along your journey, I don't see why anyone would be unsuccessful. So yes, I know if you are a woman in business, the National Association of Women Business Owners is an organization that I've been able to be part of for about 3 years now. They have resources at the local and national level set out to propel women business owners going forward. The Mobile Chamber has local resources and national resources, and some of their mentorship programs that the Mobile Chamber is aligned with, like Thrive, which used to be Emerging Leaders. That mentorship program is administered by the Small Business Association. The Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Business Program, which I had a opportunity to participate in and graduate from in May, is another mentorship program. And so what I love about the Mobile ecosystem is that they have a program for any business at any stage of business, whether it's a mentorship program administered through the University of South Alabama or SCORE or the Small Business Development Center or the Innovation Portal, which is a entrepreneurship hub. There's so many resources that someone in business that is just starting or their business is trying to scale at the next level, or they're a high performing business that can come back and serve as a mentor for other businesses trying to get to the next level. The Mobile ecosystem has something set in place for everyone. Well, it matters because you want to be in business in the community where you're creating opportunity for others and you're a part of the economic development in your community. And also, you want to be able to serve others, and your business be profitable enough to be able to do so. So I think that is the reason why it's important. And I don't think anybody gets in business not to be successful. I just think they have to figure out which way or what method is going to take them to reach whatever level of success that they set for their business. And so whether you're a part of the Mobile Chamber or the Mobile Area Black Chamber or the Southwest Chamber or any particular organization that is going to propel your business forward, I think the overall goal is to leave legacies for our family, serve our community, and be a part of the economic development and change in each one of our communities for the better.
You recently wrote a book. Congratulations. I was listening to another podcast just before I recorded this one, and the young lady was talking about the importance of not being comfortable in your success.
Well, Lenise, I am a true visionary. I see something in my head. I see myself achieving that goal, and the thrill for me is reaching that goal. I don't know any entrepreneur that I've had an opportunity to sit with, meet with, whether I'm serving as a mentor in that capacity or receiving mentorship as a mentee, that entrepreneur is satisfied, if you will. I think when you talk about goal setting, of course you want to make smart goals, but I think as we're checking off each one of the tasks that we're making, we're always making a line through one and adding back to that list. So I don't think that you should get comfortable, but what I think entrepreneurs need to make sure that they do is to celebrate each accomplishment that you do make. Take some time, breathe a little bit, and celebrate each win. Also, the things or the obstacles that you have to face, not look at them as losses, but look at them as lessons. How can this lesson, even though it is unfortunate and disheartening, what can I learn from it? And how can I make sure that I grow from this obstacle? So I do agree with that you shouldn't ever get comfortable, but I think entrepreneurs should take moments to celebrate, even if it's the smallest win of achievement before they work on that next task. Because you could always add to, but sometimes you just need to take a moment and say, I got through this, I made it, breathe, and then we go to the next thing. Hence my book, Breathe Sis, You Got This, because it's all about breathing. So when I am going through my goals, I set my goals quarterly because I am one of those ones that will make a list of 12 goals and then I look up and it's already September and I've maybe gotten through 6 and then my anxiety sets in, and that just kind of ruins the whole energy of the goal setting process. So I set all of my goals quarterly and then I monitor them by the weeks. So to answer your question, how do I measure success? I basically look at what I set for that particular quarter and what I have accomplished, I celebrate. And what I haven't accomplished, I go back and evaluate, is this still something that I want to accomplish? Or can I scratch this? or can I move on? Because sometimes when you are working through your goals, what you'll find is that you are working through them faster than what you thought, right? So that's typically how I measure success. Now, how I measure success professionally and how I measure success personally are two different things. If I can get a couple of dates with my husband
Aw.
for the month, then I have accomplished my goals. Because, like I said, we have 4 children. My house is always noisy. It's always something going on in my house with their activities and stuff going on. I'm just as busy personally as I am professionally. But I think measuring success is being happy with where you are in life. And if it's something that you're not happy about, evaluating it and work towards whatever that happiness is. Well, first and foremost, I just wanted to thank you rather for the opportunity to be on your podcast. I've listened to many episodes and it's truly an honor to be a part of the podcast. I am a huge advocate for minority owned businesses. It is a love of mine to see any minority business succeed and move their business forward. I chair the Growth Alliance Task Force, which is a minority sub-committee with the Mobile Chamber. And we have our meetings every first Tuesday of the month. So anyone that is listening to this podcast, they're a minority business, they're looking for a place to engage with other minority businesses, we meet at the Community Foundation of South Alabama, and you're more than welcome to come and engage with us. And my goal is just to make sure that we are seen and appreciated, whether or not you want to join the Mobile Chamber. Although I think that it is very much so a great investment, because being a member of the Mobile Chamber, you don't just have access to the minority business, you have access to everyone that is a part of the chamber. And they have so many events, they partner with so many different organizations, and they have various opportunities for you to highlight and spotlight your business. Their communications department does a great job partnering with business owners that are members of the chamber to put eyes on their business and their partnership with members in the chamber. So if anyone wants any information on that, you're more than welcome to come to the meeting, or I can leave some contact information when this comes live, and people can reach out to me directly and have a one-on-one conversation. No problem. Thank you so much. It was truly a pleasure.